Hey guys, what's going on? NoZoupForYou here, and hope you all are doing wonderful. I am slowly preparing for these incoming twins, the double strikes that are probably going to be here sooner rather than later. My wife's carrying like she's 40 weeks pregnant right now, so I don't know how much longer she's going to be able to last. Technically, her due date is March 15th. They're not going to let her go past 38 weeks, which puts us right around March 1st, or leap year, leap day. I don't think she's going to even make it to that. I'm thinking it's going to be February 14th or February 15th, which means I don't have many more weeks to prepare. So things have been a little stressful around the Zoop household, trying to get everything in place. Things have been pretty stressful at work as well, dealing with some toxic coworkers and stuff like that. You gotta love federal employment and the type of individuals that work there. But you know what? We'll get through it. It is what it is. Speaking of toxic coworkers, this kind of plays into the video for today. And you might notice that I'm playing in a Puerto Rico. Something that I said I probably wouldn't play in, but I kind of wanted to just to play it again. It's been a while since I played it. Been since testing, so I wanted to get a feel for it again. And you know, honestly, it's not a horrible ship. I do prefer Alaska, but Puerto Rico isn't horrible. I mean, it's great at deleting cruisers, as you see here. I had a nice little devastating strike, but you know, the point of this video is not at all to give a review of the Puerto Rico. It's not even to show you how to play the Puerto Rico or anything like that. Really, the point of this video is first to say, hey, if you got a Puerto Rico, congratulations. If you didn't get a Puerto Rico, you know what? I'm sorry. And I would apologize on behalf of Wargaming, but I don't think they're in the mood to apologize for what happened. So, guys, I'm sorry that some of you all got railroaded. It wasn't right. It wasn't proper. It wasn't fair. But that being said, I'm seeing a lot of instances right now of Puerto Rico players being singled out by other players. Excessive reporting, just team killing, really ridiculous stuff that, quite honestly, we shouldn't be seeing right now. I mean, it's kind of like Smolensk as well, and I know we love to hate on the Smolensk because in many ways it's a dirty ship and we don't like how it plays, but you know, that's not the case with the Puerto Rico. It's not like it's some overpowered HE spewing ship. You know, the players that got Puerto Rico, whether they paid for it or they actually grinded it, I mean, let them be. Seriously. I mean, I don't begrudge someone from spending as much as they did on Puerto Rico. Do I think it was worth it? No, not at all. But I don't hate people because of that. I don't hold any antipathy towards them because they decided to buy the ship if they really wanted it. And I definitely don't think that grief should be thrown at players that took the time to actually grind the Puerto Rico, which took a lot of time. It took a lot of hours. So the players that actually got the Puerto Rico through actually grinding it, that's an accomplishment in of its own right there. So, you know, being nasty to those players just really isn't that fair, in my opinion. I don't think it's fair at all. I mean, after all, it's not the player's fault that Wargaming presented this ship in this manner. It's not the player's fault that there was a long grind or an extremely excessive price hidden behind another price to get the Puerto Rico. So I don't think any player should be treating other players in a poor fashion because they're in the Puerto Rico. It's just not fair. So I guess that's how the toxic coworker thing comes into play. I guess toxic teammates, toxic enemies even. I don't know if that can even be a thing, because if someone's your enemy and they're on the other team, you're obviously trying to sink them. So I guess if you're singling out a Puerto Rico on the enemy team, you know, you're just doing your job. But the players that are being nasty towards their teammates and the players that are purposely team killing, sinking, or making life miserable for Puerto Rico players, you know, I'm going to come out and say it. You know, shame on you. Shame on you. It's That's not nice. It's just not nice. It's not fair. And I think as a community, we're better than this. And I know a lot of you understand that, you know, it's not the individual player's fault. I mean, Wargaming had an idea. It was kind of poorly thought out, though I really like the idea of building a ship in port. And I'd love to see that come back, but in a better way that isn't nearly close to how the Puerto Rico is. But I guess that's another topic for another video on another day. I mean, the fact is, Puerto Rico players are people too, right? Treat them nice. You never know, especially if they're your teammate. You know, they might save you. They might get that dev strike on a ship that was getting ready to sink you. I mean, Puerto Rico players have feelings as well. I guess that's what I want to say. Now, I will say, in light of everything going on in Puerto Rico, with the earthquakes and everything else, it kind of would have been nice to see some of the funds that this ship made go towards Puerto Rico relief efforts. I think that would have been completely fitting. But I think it's a little too late for that because Puerto Rico has run its course. We're no longer grinding the Puerto Rico. That ship has gone and sailed, though you still, I believe, can purchase it for remaining doubloons if you want to. I think that option is still there. If you got to a certain point, I think the completion cost is 15,000 doubloons right now, which is still a fair amount of doubloons, but you know what? If you grinded a lot of it and just couldn't finish it, 15,000 doubloons is probably a lot more palatable than the original, what was it, 35,000 doubloons was. So just an option right there. If you're still interested in the Puerto Rico, I think that opportunity is still available there. If you really, really do want it and you've got 15,000 doubloons sitting around, by all means, go out and purchase it. Once again, I got no issue. If you want to play the Puerto Rico, that's fine. If you want it to be your favorite ship, that's fine. If you're on my team in a Puerto Rico, that's even better. If you're on the enemy team, I'm going to try and sink you, but I'm not going to be a jerk about it. I mean, the ship you play is the ship you play, regardless of how you got it. So, anyhow, that's all I wanted to say. Again, I hope you all are doing great, and I'll catch you all later. Zoop out.